Yeah.
It is time. It is time for the greatest show on earth. Bar none.
Bar none.
Yeah,
We have sound.
We have sound. We have lights. We have camera. We action.
Yeah.
Yep.
Promise tomorrow.
Hey-o.
And it's a tough road to follow.
Huh.
And everybody want the medicine's the truth, but it's a tough pill to swallow. We ain't promised tomorrow. And it's a tough road to follow. And everybody want the medicine's the truth, but it's a tough pill to swallow. We ain't promised tomorrow. And it's a tough road to follow. And everybody want the medicine's the truth, but it's a tough pill to swallow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, boy, I'm feeling good. Hello, world. How y'all feeling? I'd like to welcome you back. This is episode 25 of the BMB Greenroom podcast. I am your host, Budda Bless, and my co-host,
Brother Mikey.
and you know what time it is. Thank you, world. Thank you for always joining us. Thank you for showing up and showing out, because that's what we about to do today, man.
Yeah.
It's Friday. It's 11-ish. Y'all know what it is, right? How was your week, my brother?
It's good, man. It's good. Getting ready for this summer.
Getting ready for the
And
summer.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. That's a fact. Super duper getting ready. We are everything, mentally, physically, and whatever else you could be.
Spiritually.
And spiritually. Let me not forget spiritually. Everything is rocking and rolling, man. You know what I mean? I feel like we just gonna have some stuff to talk about. Sat down in the chair, completely forgot about it. You know what I mean? That's life. We ain't come to here to do nothing scripted, man. We ain't come here to bullish with you.
It's the gift and the curse.
We did not come here to jive with you folks.
Because we ain't no jive turkeys. We should do the whole show like 70s.
Ain't no jive turkey. Slap some skin on the black hand side.
Yeah.
What up, though? How y'all living, man? How y'all living? We're almost there. So we pretty much getting in show mode now. We getting the, you know what I mean, the sets together, the music right. We're reaching out, shooting calendars. I got a calendar coming. I'm joking. I've been thinking about it though 3 times this week. So you never know. You heard? You never know. We out here. And the more we work out, the more in shape I'm getting. Like, yo, dog, we should really shoot calendars.
The BMB Greenroom calendar.
BMB Greenroom calendars, yo.
Yeah, that's what we was talking about. Start it now, and then we got to go into half of next year and shit.
Yeah. We got a month wrong. We're going to be some months missing. My calendar's going to be from June to
And
June.
we ain't using the Roman calendar, so yeah.
Yeah.
July
Oh,
is
there's
outta
no
there.
June, July. Hold on, man. I forgot. We're going from May to May.
Blank pages and shit.
Skipping. Yeah, so the months that we taking out just got a blank page. Maybe a picture.
Yeah.
Like,
What's new,
we,
man? What's new?
We got a new pope.
Oh, snap.
He's from Chicago.
Oh, snap.
Chirac. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what side of Chicago or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know.
O-Block. He's from O-Block.
He's from the new pope is from O-Block, dog. That's crazy.
And I don't really be following that, man. So it's news to me when you told me, oh, yo.
It was just white smoke. You know, like they do this thing where they kick everybody out. It's weird, man. I don't want to say it's weird, but it's weird. And then they have this like voting or whatever, and if they don't have an answer, new pope, this black smoke comes out of this like chimney thing, and then
until they got a new pope.
And then you see white smoke, and everybody's like, "Oh, they've chosen." And then we find out.
Yeah.
I just heard an interview. The Pope's brother is doing interviews. I never heard shit like this.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. It's a different world.
The information age, the social media era, and things like that, man. I heard him online talking about, I didn't know if I'd ever see my brother again. I was like, yo, you never think about that like that. Like,
that's what I'm saying. I don't even know. I would like to know what the criteria is. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Because I thought they vote from within, right? So like, how long do you gotta be in the Vatican to be considered for the Pope?
I don't know, man. I mean,
where do you apply for the Popeness?
For the Popeness, and how old or young do you have to be? And I don't think you got to be like no virgin or shit like that. You know how like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
they got weird rules and shit. So
that's
I don't
what
know.
I'm saying.
But
I would like to know, man. I would like to know.
They're like, oh, it's nothing, man. You just got to be above 35, and
wasn't the last Pope the youngest? I don't know how old he was.
I think so.
So it's crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, man. It's something, man, for like one person to have such power and reign on, on so many people.
What does the Pope actually do? Like, what is he in charge of?
He drives around in the car and waves at people. And no, I don't know. I'm sure there's like a lot more too. I don't know though.
That's what I'm saying. Is it just like
he prays
a
for
figurehead just, or does he actually do something? Does he give sermons? Like, what is?
Yeah,
what is,
I've heard. I mean, not in recent. Like, I remember when I was a kid and I watched like Pope John Paul II, and he would be in all the places, and he would be praying in different languages. I'm like, how many languages does this man speak? Maybe that's part of the criteria. You got to speak languages or something.
I don't know.
Maybe not. I don't really know, man. I don't know. I think it was a thing of the past. You know what I mean? Like, all these ritualistic acts and things like that. I mean, not shitting on rituals because, I guess every culture, every different background or whatever probably has some. But
I never understood it. You know what I mean? I never understood it. I still don't understand it.
Still don't understand it.
But it is what it is. More power to y'all. I just know it's like you're supposed to be the guy that's so full of faith in your bulletproof bubble car. I don't get it. You know what I mean? How many of us walk around here not bulletproof? Do you know what I mean?
A Pope's Day is a mix of spiritual leadership, administrative duties, and diplomatic engagements.
That answers nothing. All I heard was buzzwords.
Wait, let me see that again. They spend time in prayer, leading religious ceremonies, meeting with church officials and world leaders, and overseeing the governance of the Catholic Church worldwide.
Overseeing, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Save the best for last.
Yeah. Everything else sounded like buzz. Political.
Yeah.
So it's like church politics.
Right. Yeah. And so like, look, when you go back in history, the church was bigger than government. You know what I'm saying? It was church first, then government. And then at some point it switched or whatever. But they still come. It's like a shadow. To me, it reminds me of like the royal family in like Britain and all that. Like, what do they actually do? Because they have a whole government. You know what I mean? They just wave at people or whatever in the royal family, but they don't really hold like no weight, I don't think.
Really?
Criteria. Oh, this is the criteria to being a baptized Catholic male. Canon law stipulates what? Let me see. Obtained. I can't read that shit. This is too far. Shout out to Jaime though. Yeah, Jaime's in the building.
Baptized Catholic male, priest or bishop, becoming a cardinal, elected from the College of Cardinals, and then accepted from the pale name, and then becoming a bishop.
That was weird.
The pale name?
Pale name. Meaning what?
Meaning your name has to be like John.
White.
Joe.
No.
Pale name.
They got stage names.
What do you mean?
That's not their real names, bro. John Paul II and and Francis and all. They pick this name.
Are those
That's
like
not their
old
birth
saints or
name. That
something?
they. It's weird, right?
See, I didn't know.
I just found this out like 2 days ago.
He serves as the supreme pastor.
But
The supreme pastor.
The supreme pastor. The one between you and God.
That's crazy, bro.
Sorry, man. I don't know. I'm just saying though. When I pray straight. It's a main line.
Yeah.
Just me, man. You know what I mean?
It's not just you, man. You should have a personal relationship, man. You know what I mean? Like
Right. But that's what I'm saying. I'm not telling anyone else who to pray to or talk to.
These people are human, and it's obviously like we dancing around the fact that there's been hella pedophilia in the Catholic Church. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact.
We
That's a
dancing
fact.
around that. So it's like I'm supposed to go to an imperfect person with my imperfect prayer for you to
confess.
get it to the Most High. Like, come on, man. Like,
That's real. Everybody's human, and human man has flaw.
right.
Period.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
There's no perfect person. There's not a you know what I mean? Once you're in this meat body, you know what I'm saying? And you're taking in all of this, you know, all the sensory shit.
Right,
like you're
right.
human. You're gonna have temptation. You're gonna have, you know what I mean?
That's
and
a
then
fact.
you're living in this spot where it's like you don't even get to taste the real world, the outside world. You think your temptation ain't gonna be like sky high for certain things.
Yo, that's super.
I just
real.
don't, you know what I mean? And it could be an unpopular opinion, but it's my opinion, you know what I'm saying? We telling the truth. You know, that's how I feel. I don't understand it. I
grew up Catholic, like, you know what I'm saying, as a kid. And I grew up, I kind of was like opting out, you know, early on, and I broke some chains where like it was not respectful, it was frowned upon to like have the opinions that I had.
have your own opinion.
Right. And I would be like, I don't know.
Sounds like
Mom,
control to
but
me.
This
you know what I mean?
this feels weird, sounds weird. The octaves and the singing, everything. Just it felt a little weird. It didn't feel like I was getting close
Did
to
you
the God.
see like
you know what I'm saying?
the ceremonies for the funeral thing? Was that real? Like
Yeah, but
all
like-
of those hooded imagery and all
Yeah,
of that.
that's bugged out.
Then look at where they sit in front of that crazy mural thing. It's like I don't get it, and it really feels demonic to me, man. You know what I mean? And I'm not speaking against anybody. That's my opinion. If you don't like my opinion, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Plenty other podcasts to watch.
Yeah, man. But
Not like that. I'm just saying. Like that, really.
I mean, I'm being honest.
What was that?
Where can they watch this again?
Where can they watch this again? This is everywhere. We are everywhere you watch podcasts at. We are on Spotify. We are on iHeartRadio. I hope that you made us your number one preset. For real, let's stop right there. I want to thank everybody who shared our ad and liked and commented and made us the preset, the number one preset on iHeartRadio. That was fire, yo. That just shows that, like, when we speak and we move and we all engage together, man, like, we can move mountains. You know what I'm saying? And that's highly important, yo.
Yeah.
So I appreciate y'all, for real, man. We appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Yeah. Put up chat because
We
I
gonna
can't
go
read it
on
from
the
here.
chat, on the chat. Are we? Let's see here
Yeah.
what we have going. What's up, chat? What's happening, man? W, big W chat. I'm just practicing, seeing how I see the streamers do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm an old man in a young man's world.
In the young man's world.
You see, I accept it.
Yeah. You was ducking and dodging that uncle title. Like, nah, you know, we no spring chickens.
Last week I was like, nah, B, I'm tripping. Yeah. Yeah, what's up, man? Everybody's in here. How y'all doing? And hey, fam. Hi. What's up, my baby girl? She watching, man.
Shout out.
Yup. Shout out to your moms. We here. Shout out Check. What up, bro? Let's get this shit moving. He's in charge of the PDFs.
That's what I'm saying. It's wild shit, man. Like if we don't ignore the shit that's going on, like there's no perfect people. You seen when the Dalai Lama done made out with that kid?
Yeah,
the
yo.
fuck was
Yeah.
that all
No,
about, man?
that's
so
real.
you're gonna tell me that's what I mean exactly? This dude lives up in a mountain somewhere. His temptation is sky high, dog. You're gonna tell me that dude don't beat it? You know
No,
what I'm
that's
saying?
real. That's
beat it
super
more than
real.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, word. Check says, I feel like that shit is a scam from the church. We feel the same way. That's why we bring it up like that, yo.
Right.
Because it's like, it's so obvious.
Yeah.
And then forever, for ages and ages and ages, there's been super pedophilia going on. They touching these kids and they don't even, like, it's not even consequences. It's like they live under their own rules. They
do live
move
under their
them
own
to
rules. To another church.
Right.
Which is crazy to me, bro.
It's super crazy. Here, go touch the kids over there. We'll give you a new
Right.
set of kids.
Right.
Like,
And
it's
that's
almost
supposed
like
to
you're
wipe it clean.
rewarding these people for doing the shit that they're doing.
Yeah, you're
That's
giving them
crazy.
fresh meat. That's
Yo,
wild shit, bro.
That is out of control.
But then that goes back to, just, say 5 Hail Marys 15 Our
And you
Fathers and you're
fine.
forgiven. It's like,
Everything
really?
is
Is that all it
good.
takes? That's a cop-out, bro.
Yeah,
that
that's
is a
real.
cop-out. You got to
Super
work
real.
on you, get your shit right, get to the root of your problems and fix it, man. And when that happens, you shouldn't be just moved to another place where the same temptations are there for you. Like, yo, I mean, I don't know, dog. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's nobody protecting the children anymore.
Right, yo, right,
And
man.
that shit, it boils my blood.
That's
man.
real,
I
man. Your
can't.
mom's is on it. She said they're all Johns. And I grew up in the Catholic Church, and everything was Latin.
Right.
Yeah, man, for real.
I went to a Catholic church one time with my wife. I didn't understand nothing they were saying. So it's like, how am I supposed to get my spiritual feed in? You know what I'm saying? When I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
cannot relate when we don't relate.
Right,
This ain't.
right.
It's in a whole different. It's like
in
a whole different language. Man.
It's a dead language.
Right.
It's a dead language. Like, that language is not spoken anywhere but there now. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So how are you giving
The language
mass or
of
whatever
the
like
church.
that?
Nobody understands you. Nobody
Right.
understands what you say. Everybody's just like, he's right.
Right.
He's
And
right.
that's why people need to, if you go into church, you need to be the one reading the Bible. You can't let them coax you into what parts to read and then let them tell you what it meant. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? When in the Bible, Jesus said what? He who has eyes, let him see. He who has a mind, let him understand. That right there tells you got to decipher the parables.
That's right.
Because
It's
he
up to you.
spoke in parables so that the ones that were supposed to receive it or ready to receive it, received it. And how did you receive it? Using your own mind to understand and your own eyes to see.
Right, because we all have consciousness.
Right.
This is not something that's one man above
It's
the
not,
other.
it's
We
not.
all, if you tap in and then you work on your thing, your consciousness is there, and your faith becomes stronger, and you then become stronger.
Yeah.
It's not about like
You're not
following
supposed
rules
to, you're
and-
not supposed to worship man, you know?
That's a fact, man.
You're not supposed to worship man. And I feel like that's for any culture. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You're not supposed to worship man. I'm not kissing your ring, dog.
Yeah.
I'm not. You know
No,
what I
that's
mean?
real. There's a lot of things, man. We break down the wall. I don't understand why we don't break down that wall when it comes to religion. Like, we've done it when it comes to celebrities and things like that. You've seen people don't revere celebrity the way they once did. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you remember seeing. When was the last time you see somebody pass out at a concert? I ain't seen it in a long time.
like from the-
like
like
Michael Jackson used to walk
used to
out
put
and
'em
people.
out.
I'm talking about they're just stretchers going.
Yeah, that's
as
a
far as the
fact.
eye can see.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? People don't look at it in that manner anymore, and we shouldn't. Like, we should revere the art. You know what I mean?
entertainment.
The art is beautiful. So,
Right.
like, you know, if you love this song or you love this painting or something like that, you know what I mean? But the person, the messenger, it's what you said. When the message becomes bigger than the messenger,
Yeah.
and it's like, and that's a problem. And we see things like that. That's,
No, when the messenger becomes bigger than the message.
Oh, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Yo, don't put your eggs in the bag.
Don't put your eggs in the bag and count them all from the same shoe, dog.
You made your bed, now lay in the eggs in the bag.
Yeah, you know.
I'm like, I don't know.
But yeah, when the messenger becomes bigger than the message,
Correct.
shit gets, the waters are muddy.
It's a problem.
Right.
Now, how about if the messenger started out bigger than the message? Like in that case, the church, it was like they were it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, who came first, the chicken or the egg? I'm not sure. But they were already, it was super, man, I don't know. I wasn't there, right? But as I understand it, they invaded the world and killed and raped and pillaged people to believe their own thoughts and gave them what
You ever
to-
heard of Constantine?
I have.
So
I have.
Constantine was the one who brung Christianity to Rome.
Oh, shit.
Before it was like, oh, they crucified Jesus for, they thought he was trying to take over whatever. He's talking about
Right,
the kingdom
right.
is ours, this, that, and the third.
Mm-hmm.
Then Constantine as a war tactic. Like, look up Constantine and read about it. How Christianity, you know, was adopted by Rome.
That is something.
It's all a war
My
tactic
homeboy
because,
had
oh,
a-
now I'm anointed by God. I saw the cross in the sky, the sign, whatever. So you're going to be like, oh, man, if he's
He's the
God
one.
sent, he's the one and stuff. So it's war tactics, man.
That is
It's
something.
always some form of control, man. And that's not to say that you shouldn't pray to God, you know, creator, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But if you're worshiping a man or you think you need a human man to get your message to the creator of you, that's
Something's
wild.
wrong.
Like, do you got to talk to somebody to give a message to your mother,
Word.
right? Or do you
Word
got a
up.
straight connection to your mother? You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't see how I need a mouth breather to fucking send my message to where it needs to get to, man. And your actions should matter.
And y'all kind of belittling God. Like, what are you telling me? God needs an assistant?
Right.
Assistance?
Right.
And what they call them? The cottage people? Interns and shit?
Interns, yeah.
Like, yo, I think God's straight, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I had another thought I forgot. But that's, I don't think they need help. Like, it's between you and creators. It's spirit. You pray. You gotta, and then we playing a game of telephone. If I told somebody else, I confess to him to tell you.
Yeah.
And he might have got the details wrong. Let me talk straight to you.
I'm going to even go a little bit deeper this way, pause. And I'm going to say, I know people that consider themselves atheists that can't find a belief or you know what I'm saying, that God exists, that still carry them. No, pray. But their actions are not malicious. So you're going to, I can't believe that creators gonna look at them that are doing good actions and treating people
send
good
them to hell.
And send them to hell, dog, because they don't. You know what I mean? It's actions. Actions is everything, man. Actions
it's
is everything.
in you, not on you.
Right. And remember, we were talking about reincarnation. Maybe at some point you gotta be an atheist. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta experience every aspect of humanity, man.
Yeah, that's real.
If you're gonna believe in reincarnation, not everybody believes in that, and that's cool.
Definitely, yo.
You know what I'm saying? I'm still on the fence about it, but I definitely feel like I've ran into people that have been here before. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, me too.
So who knows, man?
Me too. And that reincarnation, that's what you're talking about. Yeah, you're right, yo.
So I don't know, man.
They should be prosecuted like any other criminals.
Right.
I always felt like that as a kid, going to confession. Oh yeah. Like having to tell someone. I never did it, man. It was weird to me, and I started pumping the brakes like real. I got really rebellious. Like, I'm not doing this, man. This feels mad weird, and I know what my grandmother's telling us to do, but I'm not.
I never been in confession. I never did it because I was raised Christian. You know what I'm saying? But what I see is they go into a little room.
Yeah.
They open the door and they say, "To the man, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned."
That's crazy.
To the man, not to creator. You say, tell that to creator.
Yeah,
take that to
why
creator.
does the man have to forgive?
Right. And then he's gonna tell you, "Oh man, whatever. Say 5 Hail Mary, whatever." That's what I see. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I've never been in confession. But from what I see, they give you the remedy and then tell you, "Sin no more."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's like, if it's that easy, sin no more. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm forgiven, then I'm gonna be able to do whatever I want.
It don't matter what I
little
do.
box, right? And you're just gonna give me
desensitized
the
to
remedy
everything, and there's
clear
no right or wrong. You're right. There's no right or wrong when you believe like that.
That was the joke for years, that you can party on Saturday and then go forget.
Yeah.
Sunday.
The people that you see in the club on Saturday and the church on Sunday.
Yep.
Heard it.
And that's why the gym is the spot on Sunday. It's empty. Everything's available, man. You either hungover or you in church, dog. That's when I get my best workout, Sunday mornings.
Hello. You know what I'm saying?
Sunday mornings.
Yeah.
And I pray, dog.
But you ain't
pray.
supposed to rest anyway on that day. It's the Sabbath. They've
I
changed
pray,
everything.
bro.
What is the Sabbath? It's Saturday, right? So the day of rest is actually another day.
Yeah.
Sunday is the beginning.
Yeah, they changed everything calendar-wise and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So
reincarnation is the do-over that God gives us, like parents give their kids a do-over.
right. That makes sense.
Word, yo.
That makes sense.
Word. Uh-huh.
Because there's no perfect person, man. But I believe you could get to that level where all your actions throughout your life are not purposefully malicious. You know what I'm saying? At that point, you might be able to reconnect with source.
Yeah, that's real.
I don't know, dog. We'll never know. Anybody that says they know definitively is bullshitting. Like, we'll never know. We'll never fully know what waits on the other side if we come back. But we was even joking about that meme that the light you see at the end of the tunnel when you die is you coming out the vagina in your next life. So who knows? Maybe we're just stuck in a loop until the end of everything. But
yo, that's some real shit.
you know, I know people.
That's how
that
a video game would go.
right.
If you don't get what you need to advance to the next
Right,
level,
you
right?
respawn. But the only difference is you respawn right back where you started. We gotta start over again. Right, and maybe in a different.
You're like, damn, man, I'm a deer now, huh? I'm supposed to learn this shit as a deer.
And maybe we gotta be animals at a certain point to learn how to love nature the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, right.
Because man destroys.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? We destroy everything we lay our hands on once there's money to be made. What you mean I could chop these trees down and sell paper? I could sell wooden this, wooden. You know what I mean? We destroy
yeah.
once money's involved. We destroy things. It's
Very true.
It's beyond necessity at this point.
Very true. You just fucking adding. You know what I'm saying? Just accumulating stuff.
Yeah.
People, how many people you know have a storage that they ain't been to in a year?
Facts, bro.
You don't even need this stuff. You don't have. We be
I
like, we don't have
personally
space.
know
We got
people
so
that are
much.
hoarders and stuff, man.
Yeah. I definitely was one for sure. I'm like, just last year, this year started clearing out. Like, yo, man, I don't need this. I need space.
Yeah.
I need to be able to think.
Yeah. It's crazy. There's things that's like if you haven't looked at it or touched it in a year, do you really need it?
Let it go.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm guilty of keeping electronics and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I might need this wire.
You never know.
I might need this wire. And I just threw out a bunch of obsolete cables that don't fit anything anymore. I'm like, damn,
You
I
like,
had
you
this for
never
the
know.
past 5 years.
They got a whole big ass
Right.
tub full of wire, miscellaneous wires.
I'm trying not to do that anymore because the way electronics are created, they make it to only last a certain amount of time. And then we're going to change the ports. So those wires are no good. You know what I mean? So now I'm just, if I ain't touch it, I ain't
Like,
using
I'm
it.
good.
It's gone, dog.
They say that was the church who changed the calendar. Forget the year. That's a fact.
Yeah.
We might not. We were just talking
But
about
we
that
were
check.
saying
That was
it's
a good
Roman.
comment.
It's Roman. It's the Roman
Roman
Catholic
calendar,
Church that
yeah.
did that, man.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
July is named after Julius Caesar. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
Like,
right.
come on. It's
So
right in front of our
we're
faces.
not even in the right year.
December, decimal, you know what I'm saying?
That's
You were
10.
talking about that. It's 10. That's supposed to be the 10th month. How is it the 12th? You know
All
what I mean?
that.
There's
November
extra
is
stuff.
9, 9.
Yeah.
The math ain't mathing.
The math
October is
been ain't
8,
mathing.
right? 8. October. None of those months are in the right spot.
Yep.
So we definitely not in the right place right now. I mean, we are where we supposed to be.
Yeah.
But we're not in the place that they tell
We're
us
not
that
in
we
2025. We can't be in the year 2025, dog.
are. Yo, word.
You know what I mean?
Word.
We got to be way younger.
You're supposed to come back so you can grow spiritually, and every return puts you in a family that will take you there. That happens until you reach the level of union with God. That's fire. Mm-hmm. That's fire.
See, that makes sense. That's like eventually you're going to be born to some good parents that give you the proper guidance, and then you follow suit and all of that. You know what I'm saying? But you
Yeah,
got to
that's
go
tough.
through everything, man. I don't believe that we can come down here, have a perfect life, and go to source and be like, oh, you know,
And that makes a lot
life
of
was
sense.
good. It's like, no, you got to see the ups, the downs, the lefts, the rights. You know what I'm saying? You got to experience all of those things, man.
I like that, man.
And then
I could go for that one. You
Then
know?
we go into the Apocrypha and the Dead Sea Scrolls and all of that kind of, you know, point to Jesus being more man than
Right.
You
I
know
feel
what I'm
like
saying?
that too.
Because if he came down to experience, and I don't mean to sound like a religious nut, because I've read a lot, you know what I'm saying? I've read a lot, and I don't believe that the whole, this Bible's the only book I need. Really, dog? If your opposing team got a playbook and you got your hands on it, you're not gonna read it to know the plays that they're gonna come at you with?
Ooh, that's real.
You know what I'm saying?
Why
I
would you
believe
not? Why
information
would you not
is
be
key.
prepared? That's real, yo. That's super duper real. I like that. Y'all vibing with the conversation? Sometimes we try to stay a little away from
Certain things, man. I was raised to not speak about religion and politics. You know what I mean? And
My
certain
bad.
things like that. But you just happy you found the proper button finally, bro. He used to always hit him with the.
What did Ryan say? Thank you.
Thank you, Willow. No, I love you, Willow Springs. That was hilarious, bro. And bro, the funniest thing was that picture. It looked like the Last Supper, bro, because he had his hand like this, and somebody snapped a picture. Remember, Lopaka had us all on stage, so we're all looking at Ryan from this side. There's people looking at him from this side. Everybody's vibing to the music. Yo, we all like.
Yo, that is
And he's
funny.
there like, bro, it looked like the Last
that
Supper,
was
dog. I
funny.
was like,
He
bro.
definitely- he
and
had
that's
the-
how you know Creator got a hell of a sense of humor, bro. And there's people that like,
Word.
don't laugh.
They had
don't laugh
Ryan
at
on
that
stage
guy."
looking like Jesus.
Yeah, for real, dog. And didn't he let his hair down even for some reason? He let his hair down, had his goatee bit. He was like, and he choked, forgot the
Yeah,
lyrics to the
yeah.
song. He just went, I love you, Willow Springs. Yo, we did the fucking 2025 Last Supper. No, 2024 it was.
That's the karma we're burning. Yup. I'm blessed. That's how the yogis explain it. I study the philosophy. That's real, yo. And those are what Buddhist teachings, right? But the yogis are See,
but then you got the Yoga of Jesus. I gotta lend you that book, dog. You should read that book. Because they always paint the picture of Jesus on his knees. But when they asked him, how do you pray? It's a personal thing. You go. He
nobody sees you, right?
Right. So who was the one who saw him kneeling down? Because he used to go up to Mount Olives, right? And then go further in the woods and leave the disciples behind. So they didn't really see him pray the personal prayer.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? But when you got somebody on their knees like this, that's like submission and control. So they like, be like Jesus, get on your knees and pray. And then they tell you, oh, this is the connection to God. So now you're kneeling down to men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You ever hear about the haircut?
By design, bro.
The Catholic the haircut, the split down there?
Nah.
Crazy joke.
Say what?
They said, you know, like
the part in the middle?
They said it was the pastor was like, good boy.
Oh, fuck. Yo, that's wow. Shit. I mean, I'm not cheering that. That's fucking crazy, bro.
Oh, shit. Yo, damn, man. I'm sorry. Anyway, we're losing all Catholic viewers right now. Hey, man, it is what it is. You know, at some point there's awakening. At some point there's unlearning and relearning.
Yeah.
And that's what it is, man. I think we got to not feel bad. I think for few years, we were caught in a space where people don't say what they want.
But again, people got to realize, I'm not attacking the Catholic religion.
Yeah, nor am I an expert.
Right. But I'm definitely pointing out the flaws of man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's the flaws of man.
And you can't ignore those. That shit is everywhere.
Right.
What made you think it's not over here when these flaws of man are in every other...
And if you're going to have a book that's supposed to be instructional, right? Or the story of who we're supposed to model ourselves after.
Right.
But then the church is telling you to do the opposite of what that book says. You know what I mean? Like he said, have a personal relationship. He said, you know what I'm saying? Pray like this and pray like that.
Yes,
he who has eyes, let him see. He who has a mind, let him understand. And then you're saying, oh, no, you got to come to me so that I can explain it. Aren't we going against the very book that we're supposed to be studying?
Like, yo, but that's the homie. Just, y'all trust me.
Yeah,
I know what it says in the word, and we're supposed to follow the word. But I'm telling you something else.
Right.
10%. The 10%. I need that 10%. Playboy, open up them pockets and wallets and all that.
Yeah. But I went to a church one time, a Christian church. One of the last churches I went to. They passed the collection plate around like 4 or 5 times. And each time they ran the guilt trip. You know what I'm saying? You had a lady crying up there. It was like, a penny from this, just 10 cents from a dollar. And she's crying like, what are you doing? Just pass the plate around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I always go back to when the Pharisees or whatever was laughing at the lady or criticizing the lady for putting the few shekels. And what did Jesus say? She gave more than you gave because she don't got what you got. She gave what she could. You know what I'm saying? So how you gonna specify what I gotta put when you don't know my bills and you're not paying my bills?
You don't know what's up.
And the church still had the same parking lot they had for 10 years. Always talking about we raising money for the parking lot, but the pastor got a brand new whip. He ain't even parking in the church. You feel what I'm saying? And then in that same church, what really turned me off, there was this lady that was like, blah, 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 and she was like talking like, then I started noticing she's trying to talk like if she's God, right? She wasn't preaching, she was in the crowd. And the guy's preaching, and he's like, when I was alone, I felt like, you know, God left me. And she's like, no, I didn't. And I'm like, yo, this is weirdo shit going on. And then he goes, oh, for those of y'all that are new here, sister whatever. This is all in Spanish. Sister whatever says, nah, this ain't a movie. I was there, dog. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like,
no, this is not a movie. This is a church I was in. And then the ladies, he goes, for those of y'all that are new here, sister whatever has a gift where God possesses her. God don't possess a thing, man.
You told me this story. That's why it sounds so familiar. Yeah. I'm like, wait a minute.
She's possessed by God. Then he goes on to say, but pay her no mind. Listen to what I'm saying. Like, you just told me that God is speaking through her and then told me don't pay him no mind.
Ignore
that's crazy,
God,
man.
If God is speaking through her, that's
crazy. What people don't open their own eyes and see. They don't use their own mind to fucking decipher lies from the truth, man. And I'm not saying every church is like that, man. If you found you a church that gives you spiritual healing and feeding and comfort, more power to you. I've yet to find that place.
For real.
But I
though.
do
For real.
my prayers. You know what I'm saying? I find spiritual healing and comfort here. Even
Yeah.
Jesus said, God don't live in the temple. God is within.
That's a
You know what I'm
fact.
saying? So what
That's
are we
crazy.
following?
In
What
that
are we
moment,
following?
that's what your mom was just saying, that they want you to live their interpretation
Yeah.
to control the congregation to think alike. And that's why you're supposed to go home and read it yourself.
Yeah.
And that's real.
Yeah.
Because, you can't take people's word.
Can't.
Like, this is what they're saying,
The
but
same way they soundbite shit to make politicians sound crazy and celebrities sound crazy and people on social media sound crazy, they take sound bites. They've been soundbiting the Bible forever, bro.
that's crazy. There's a story was that recent? That just happened, right?
March 27th.
I remember hearing
There
that.
was a pastor locked the doors.
Oh yeah, we ain't opening the door until we raise 40 grand.
40,000. Marvin Sapp, right? Told ushers to close the door. Let me see that. Marvin Sapp told ushers close the door.
Kidnapped the whole
And
congregation.
resurfaced video. Asked for 40,000 in donations, and they weren't gonna open. Like, y'all trapped in here. That's crazy.
And you tripping if you think I wouldn't have got them doors open.
Yeah, come on now.
You know what I mean? Y'all physically gotta assault me at that point.
That's a fact.
That's crazy,
Yo,
man.
I
That's
said-
crazy.
I
But
said
the
I'm
sheeple
leaving.
will sit there and no, bro. Like that's
This
that's
card, you got
wild
anything
shit.
on your Cash App?
Bro, do the churches accept Cash App?
They better.
No, that's crazy if they do,
They
bro.
do. No, they do.
That's wild.
They definitely do. They have the.
Wow.
Yeah,
You've
no, they
ca-
definitely do,
That's
bro.
crazy.
All that. They Venmo, all. You know that shit is a crazy hustle. They accept everything.
Yeah.
Like, well, you got Apple Pay?
I bet you could pay in crypto. They're like, we love. Remember coming to America? Now we love the money that sound that jingles,
Cling, but
we rather have the money that folds.
that's crazy.
It's
Oh,
like,
is that
yo,
coming to
that's
America?
Coming
Yeah,
to
right?
America, yeah. Now
yeah.
they like, we rather have XRP. You know what I'm saying?
You're like, look, man, I ain't got nothing but an ounce of weed on me.
That's currency.
You want me to give it to you?
That's plant medicine. No, we don't want
No,
nothing
no.
natural here.
Oh, you know.
Nothing natural here. Only synthetic paper
Oh, shit. That's
that we can
hilarious.
trade for goods, man. I can't pay my car note.
Are those papers organic?
That's crazy, bro.
Hey, stop.
That's wild.
Hello.
That is wild.
Bueno, mira.
And I've also seen people silenced in church by the Spirit. I've seen people playing games. I've seen people, that I'm going to testify, and it's a fake testimony, and you forgot everything you was, how you forget your life, how you forget something you lived through.
Yeah,
You
that's
got a
real.
fabricated story up here and create a silence you. I've seen it happen, man. So there's definitely higher power. And you could, man. There's
that's
only
real.
so many games you could play before some shit goes down.
Yeah,
You know, so-
that's a fact. Everything gonna catch up.
I feel like these people that run these type of churches and stuff, there's no way that you actually believe in God if you playing those type of games, bro.
Yo, that's real.
Right?
That's real.
It's got to be an atheist hustle.
I would go for that for sure.
Because how do you
'Cause you-
believe
you
that
really
there
taking
is a
advantage
real
of people.
consequence, that there's a heaven and a hell, and you're lying for money to these people? You're taking advantage. This Benny Hindu that just be slapping people with his jacket, and it's like, yo, you
wild.
really don't believe in God if you're playing them type of games.
That's a fact.
You know?
That is a fact. The way you move, the action.
And I don't mean to be like, oh, people shouldn't be rich. Nah, bro. I believe that broke people can't really help people in every aspect. All you could do as a broke person is pray for somebody.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
even the person that got Jesus' body off the cross was a man of wealth.
Fact.
That tomb that he was buried in was the family tomb of that same guy that
Right.
bought the body off the cross. So he had money to help. We gotta amass wealth to be able to help, man. Problem
fact.
is, money be clouding a lot of people's, you know what I'm saying, judgment
It
and
does that.
actions. You
It
know what I'm
does.
saying? So
It does.
you really got to be right within, man, to be able to have money the right way, man.
Yeah, that's
But
a
I'm
fact.
not against people amassing wealth. I'm not, bro. That's
Nah, it's about people taking advantage of people.
right, and
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
what when I'm selling you salvation.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with that. You can't sell
I'm
salvation,
taking advantage
bro.
of you. That's a fact, yo. That's crazy.
That's
That's
crazy,
exactly
bro.
how it goes.
This is not what we planned at all.
Nah, actually, we had a good show.
It's crazy,
But
yeah.
this one is great.
This is what we were supposed to speak about because we could not remember what we said we was going to talk about.
That's why I created Erase My Mind. I sat in this chair and I was like,
Right.
What were we gonna say?
And these are lived experience. I'm not talking out my ass, bro. These are lived experience. People that I've seen, things that I've lived, man.
You said I'm not talking on my ass. I saw Jim Carrey. May I ask you a few questions? Oh shit, man.
That's wild.
God
bro.
is like electricity. We are the appliances that plug it in. We don't know where electricity comes from, but we know it powers, so we plug in.
Right.
Fire. Great quote.
Right. And now they got us plugged into the internet, dog. They got
Good
us,
convo. Word.
you know what I'm saying, plugged into all this craziness where we're taken away from what we should be paying attention to.
Right.
When
And
I
what you
write, when
should
I
be-
make this music, I don't put a pen to paper, dog. It flows through me. I make the music and it flows through. I turn on the mic and I just start laying shit down, dog. That's me allowing myself to be a channel to a higher power and not hiding my lived experience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's all we're supposed to do. We're supposed to share our lived experience, man, for the next 7 generations. I keep saying that, man.
Fact.
And that doesn't come from me. That's lessons I've learned. You know what I'm saying?
We don't got to be
So-
attached to the internet all day.
Right. And
You
that's
gotta-
why my music is not all happy shit all the time because that's not reality. That's not the reality I come from. That's not the reality I live in now.
Right.
You
right.
know, so I'm
Yeah.
trying to be as honest I can, and by no means am I anywhere near perfect or will I ever be, dog. I'm flawed as fuck, but I
Yeah.
share my flaws, man.
And never made those claims.
Yeah, I kick
Perfection is
pedestals
not-
away, bro. And the more I kick pedestals away, the prettier they build these things, bro.
Right.
Like
right. They can become more and more enticing.
Yeah,
It's
maybe
crazy.
if we put
Like,
some
get-
crystals on the pedestal, he'll want to jump on. Maybe if we put some green crystals on there, he'll want. It's like I don't care how you decorate.
He's
I'ma
gonna
tell you
love
good
this
work.
one. I've
Yo,
got
you-
a hawk wing.
Yeah, I've got a hawk wing, right? It's just like, bro, crafty, you man. Kudos to your craftiness, man. Your artwork is beautiful, but I'm not stepping on that shit, man.
Gotta get plugged back into source, correct?
Right.
And unplug.
From the Matrix, and that's what
Yo.
I'm saying. How did he? Remember the Matrix?
Uh-huh.
Remember the final one? And I ain't even gonna say spoilers. If y'all ain't see it yet, that's on y'all. That shit mad old. You know what I'm saying?
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler
20
alert.
years old.
Yeah. So in the final
Where
movie,
the hell have you been, bro?
in the final movie, remember he gave his body to plug into source, bro, and that's when he.
Yeah, word.
You know what I'm saying?
Word, yeah.
And then the flip side of that was he wasn't the one. They thought he was the one. Who was the one?
It was
Agent Smith.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It was Agent
too.
Smith. He
That's
was just
crazy.
confused in his journey, right? Because it didn't end until Agent Smith put his hands through him and he became coded with him and he was
Yeah,
plugged
yo.
into Source. So that plugged Agent
That's
Smith
crazy.
into Source, and then everything was better.
And everything changed, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm
that's a
saying?
fact.
So a lot of people miss that, you know, and
We
we go
got
around.
to unplug.
we walk
Make
around
sure you
thinking we
listen
the
to
one.
Brother Mikey. Wait. Stop right there. Listen to Unplug by Brother Mikey. It's a great listen. Stream it everywhere. You heard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that talks about unplugging from this device right here. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But after BMB Greenroom podcast.
After, yeah,
of course.
And everything is with moderation, though. You know what I'm saying? The problem is people just get stuck on
That's
this
why
device.
we got a once
man.
a week show, bro.
Yeah, moderation,
We're not trying
yo.
to have you out here glued like that with your eyes to the screen all day, all night. I don't know how them dudes be doing that. They be streaming for 30 days.
Yeah.
Like, yo, come on, fam.
That's money, bro. That's money. We're gonna land the algorithm. We're gonna this. We're gonna that. We got donations. At that point, you got people donating and cool. And again, it's not nothing against making money, but
You know what
when
they
you
say? All
plug
money
in,
ain't good money.
Right.
So
You summed it up right there.
you know what I'm saying?
You summed it up right there.
I really be feeling like that. Like, yeah, I mean, it's worth something, but like,
And again, bro, just to reiterate, I'm not against God, man. I'm
Right.
against the establishment that keeps you separated from God
that's a fact.
by making you think that you're getting closer to God by paying physical money. God don't need your money.
Yeah.
God don't need. You know who needs the money? The temple. Well, we're gonna make it bigger in here so we could get more people in here, so we could get more
Beautiful.
money,
Yeah,
dog.
yeah, yeah,
We're gonna
exactly.
make this parking lot. I don't care if I gotta park in grass or a rocky road, dog.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
right,
saying? That
right.
shouldn't matter, bro.
How is it that when we gather, right?
Right.
We gather and is the ground. and
I've
it's
had
fire and
conversations with 3-4 people that I get way more spiritual feeling from
Right.
than going to this beautiful building with beautiful artwork and golden crosses and all of this.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, you're obviously being separated from God. So I'm not against God with this conversation. I'm against the establishment that keeps you away.
Right, yo.
You know what I mean?
For real, for real.
And we can't expect everybody to understand. The same way when I sing the Angel List, you know what I'm saying? People got mad at that. It's like, yeah, some people, the ones that are capitalizing on the fucking lies.
Well, you sung that where?
No, when I released it.
Oh, I thought
I sang it on the record.
I was
you know
like,
what
you
I'm saying?
didn't perform that.
No, I didn't
where was this, bro?
Yeah, not
You
yet.
didn't call me?
Not yet,
Yo,
but
he
coming
was like,
soon.
when I sang it, people, I was like,
I
you ain't
sang
see I was
it on
looking
the
at you, I was
record.
like,
Yeah, he was like, oh, yo, I missed a show.
but when was this, man? Yo, look, I once saw someone place a wooden Indian in front of the stage for your set at Pyro.
Yeah.
Yo,
Duca.
that's it.
That's who did it. Fucking Daryl, whatever the fuck. Crickets in the, you hit everybody.
One of these gonna be the right one.
And this is a person that calls himself a word that you don't title yourself.
You do not.
You don't title yourself.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Like the people got to make you.
I'm glad
king,
my name
man.
was given to me. It makes me happy when you say
Right,
that.
the people
It's
got to
like,
give
I
you them
didn't-
names,
I
man.
did not name myself. Who was that? New Pope from Oblak. What? New Pope may have been from. Is this a fucking
you
joke?
bullshit.
I'm reading the headline. This is
No,
crazy shit.
no, that's social media, bro. But when we should find out. Like, don't go through TikTok though.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. Because Michelle Obama was from O Block.
Yeah.
It used to be something before it was that. Just like
That's
my
crazy.
block was, I'm sure at some point beautiful in the Bronx because some of these buildings had all these fountains and they don't work
Right,
anymore. They
right.
look like shit. People used to stash the crack in it. You know what I'm saying? But at some point
Agua.
that fountain was flowing and stuff. So everything evolves, man.
This is the truth, man. Truth, man. The first churches. I start doing the accents
The
and then I
first
get
church and the
caught
ting
and
it
I
up.
stay with. I've been speaking patois all week. The first churches I went to as a Christian with Abuela, it was in what? Oh, in the caserillos and poor people's homes. Then we got our own little church. Yo,
Right.
word, yo. That's how it is.
So those cultos and stuff, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times it'd be more stuff there, you know what I'm saying? And you don't have to have a pastor to have a religious conversation, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to have religion to have a conversation about God.
This is true. I'm a kind of. What up?
You don't even need to be spiritually in tune. A lot of pain. and
That's
a
what
lot
I'm
of
saying. You just got to be
people's
alive.
Backgrounds and things that they've gone to and they've seen.
Yeah.
And they don't even realize how
Right.
spiritually they really
You
are.
said it.
Right.
It's lived experience, man. Lived experience.
That's what this thing is about, though. It's living an experience, it's being inspired and inspiring.
Right.
It's like it's a machine. Go boom, boom, boom.
Right.
And if you live in it in that manner, then you're doing
And
what you're supposed
I
to do.
don't think people should try to inspire by sharing some made up story or some story you didn't live. You can inspire by sharing your lived experience. There's
Fact.
a reason behind that. You know what
That's
I'm
the
saying? You're
truth.
gonna relate to people that live similar stuff.
The most
and
inspiring
you can't try
stories.
to relate to everybody. That's why there's so many of us, man. And you're gonna relate to certain people. Other people are gonna relate to me, and so on and so
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
why we all are. There's no one that's
That's
gonna
real.
be the person that make the change.
That's
We
real
all
shit.
have to just share our lived experience, and don't tell somebody, "Oh, do this because this is what I went through." Just share your fucking experience.
Just tell them.
That's it. Share
Without
your story.
direction, just
Right.
saying that. Because they're going to
Right.
pick up something that you
Right.
don't even know what they're going to pick up from it. As long as the story is told.
Yeah, I
And
don't
it-
have the answers for anybody's problem. I could just share my story. If you have your own mind to understand and your
like
own
that
eyes
point,
to
bro.
see,
That's just
you'll
real.
you'll be able to put it together and figure something out. Maybe I got nothing for you. I don't expect everybody to hear my music or see my show and be touched by an angel. That's crazy. Come on, man. Like I'm just sharing my experience, and a lot of them are ugly experiences, bro, that I was able to climb out of and still live and build a happy family. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But
Right.
if I try to let me make all my shit kumbaya, come on,
Nah.
that's fake, bro. That's fake,
You can't
man.
do it like that.
That's fake. I'm not happy every day, man.
That's real. He says fake. I said, that's real.
Real fake.
Real fake.
Real fake.
Yo, no.
And a lot of times people are scared to have these conversations.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I'm
think that's
saying?
the wall that we have to break down, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, people I don't know.
The fact that we live in a cancel culture type of era is why people are scared to use their platforms in a real way.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Because, advertisers want this, advertisers want this. But the crazy shit is with this conversation we having now, they'll push that shit because they so against, you know what I'm saying, godly things now that it's like, oh, these guys sound borderline demonic. That's why I'm specifying. I'm not speaking against God, creator, Allah, whatever you want to call him.
Right.
I am speaking against the establishment that keeps you separated from your creator.
Agree. That's like, and there's always going to be, anytime you do something, there'll be infiltrators.
Yeah.
And people that try to capitalize off of things that are natural.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I believe that with everything, with this energy that we pay for, with lights and all that, feel like there was ways to do it free. Clearly, we
Tesla
spoke about
had
that.
it. Tesla, Nikola Tesla was trying to give us free energy, saying, "Yo, there's coils here. You connect the North Pole to the South Pole like a battery. We live on a fucking battery."
And then what happened?
They made them seem crazy.
It's curtains for you.
Yeah.
It's curtains for you, Tesla.
Yeah.
Oh, Nikola.
And even though he ain't have nothing to do with that because he wasn't even born, I'd like to say, fuck Bill Gates.
Fuck Bill Gates, brother. It was Bill Gates.
It was Bill Gates' ancestors.
It definitely was Bill Gates. And he was talking about, I saw crazy clips, man. He said, he was like, once we get population down and
he openly speaks about it.
They were like, you throw that shit in between, you know what I mean? I'm like, y'all don't see? This guy's a real
I seen
piece
this
of
lady
shit.
pulling his card, was like, what qualifies you to speak on what have you done to, and he's like, I don't know if you've heard, but I created the something. He's talking about Windows, and she was like, but you stole that. She pulled his card right there.
That's a fact.
And then he was like, and then she goes, what qualifies you to speak on vaccines and stuff like that? He was like, well, I've read many books. Like, bitch.
I'm well read.
It's crazy, bro.
And he's probably lying. You're not even well read.
Man,
You're
come
a
on,
fucking
man.
liar. You're a thief.
Yeah. All part of the establishment. You know what I'm saying? It's all part of the hunt.
I'll give away 99% of his. Oh yeah, you never saw that? He's not giving his kids any money, and then he's giving away all the wealth. That shit is
Who?
It's cap.
Who?
Bill Gates.
It's easy to say shit. Hey, man, when I die, y'all can have everything I own. See how quickly I said that and it rolled off my tongue and it sounds real fucking nice? When that day comes, are you going to remember to check on that? You know what I'm saying?
And
that's bullshit. Zsa, who was it that left Helmsley? Leona Helmsley left her fortune to her dog. That was a big fuck you to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real shit.
So it's like,
you're
come
like,
on,
the
man.
dog owns it.
It's crazy.
And he said he's not leaving. That was the biggest to me. I was like, hey, what do you mean? I'm not leaving the kids anything.
Yeah.
That's wild. But he's a funny guy. He's a piece of shit. He's one of the worst piece of shits.
Yo.
I mean, of today. I'm sure there was plenty of piece of shits before
and
him.
there's more we don't.
And more to come.
That don't have that. Yeah, definitely. As the world turns, right?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We would hope there wouldn't be, but that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
I was going to say something else about him. I forgot, man. Shit. It's all good.
Yeah.
We talked enough about you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's all you get. You get like 5 minutes of BMB time every time.
People don't want to look into the mirror. God is one hell of a mirror, right?
The truth is the mirror, man.
Bill Gates is selling his foundation. Yeah, you was on it while we was on it at the same time.
The truth is the mirror, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of people get burnt by the truth, man, because you looking at your reflection and you don't like what you see and you don't want to be exposed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And we be ignoring things. Like, you see the relationship that he had with Jeffrey Epstein. His wife left him at the same time. Like, we don't, and it's not like she says this is that, but, 2 plus 2 equals 4.
Yeah. Right. Do the math. He who has eyes, let him see. He who has a mind, let him understand, bro. Those words are the most powerful words I ever read in the fucking Bible, dog.
That's some real shit. And that period. And what's the other one with the cast the first stone? That's a good one.
Oh, he who's free of sin cast the first stone.
Yeah, I like that one. That's a good one. Because, man, we all do shit. Stop judging people for doing shit.
Right.
Except Bill Gates.
Judge him.
Judge him.
Judge him.
Everyone
now.
judge
That's
him.
crazy. They're like, oh my God, BMB Greenroom was making a call for action on violence. It's like, nah, man, come on, dog. Stop it.
Oh, man.
Just open your eyes. That's the call to action right there. Open your eyes, man, and use your own mind. And a lot of that comes from we've been accustomed to be lazy. Nobody wants to do the research. So I'll take your word for it. And then they're going to speak about it like they researched
Fact.
it.
Yeah, it's fact.
Crazy. It's like, nah, bro. Like, don't believe, man. You know what I'm saying? Understand people have ulterior motives, or you're getting the information from somebody that got it from somebody that got it from somebody that didn't research it. So check, man. It's real easy to check. I mean, then again, you can't just Google shit either. You really gotta.
She said he met his chi out through Epstein.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's I don't know. Like that's where they'll come get us for that, because that was they homie that they.
At this point, I don't care, dog.
It don't matter.
When they come and get us, y'all know it's true.
Yeah,
you know
you'll be
what I mean?
like, yo, there's just 2 empty seats on the pod.
It still airs.
Yeah. We got it. What? We got to
gotta
represent
automate
the
the show.
chat. Y'all gotta be in there. Son. We're not playing. We gotta leave a list of directions in case of.
It'd be like.
to
all
whoever
you hear,
concerned.
like,
You play the intro song and all that.
Just 2 chairs.
Oh, they got them.
Yeah. Or we get
got them,
lobotomized and we just drooling and shit. Like, yo, they put us up. They propping them up and turning on the fucking
We like
shit.
weekend at Bernie's and shit.
That's crazy, man. Don't be scared to speak the truth. And understand that we don't each have our own individual truth, man. Please. Please, that muddies the waters, man.
Yeah.
That muddies the waters. If there's a fact and I don't like that fact, I can't say, well, my truth is.
No.
Nah, bro, that muddies the waters,
You
and
just
that just
don't like the
excuses you to do whatever you want, bro. That's right up there with confessions, man. Everybody got their own truth now.
That's a fact.
It's crazy, man. If you live something and that's your lived experience, that's the truth. That's part of the truth. That doesn't make it your truth. What I live and what I go through is not my truth. It's the truth. And whoever was involved in that experience is part of that.
That's
truth,
a fact.
The truth. You know what I'm saying?
And just because you don't like the truth doesn't make it not the truth.
Right.
It's
right.
like,
right.
you know
You
what I
don't
mean?
have the truth is a tough pill to swallow.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
And they tell you that's what the shit is based on. It's like
And a person that don't care won't tell you the truth. So that's what gets me when you tell the truth and people get mad. It's like, bro, if I didn't give a shit about you, I'd let you run off the cliff.
your word.
Yo, but I care. I care about people. You know what I'm saying? And the people, everybody affects the next 7 generations. So if you're misleading, maybe I'm caring about that next 7 that you're misleading. So I have to tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you do with your life, man. But once you're affecting or misleading the next 7 generations, that's detrimental to the future of everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's real.
So the truth must be spoken, man. And that doesn't mean that I have the truth. We all know the fucking truth.
Yeah.
Speak the truth and stop worrying about getting canceled. Canceled from what? You got a bunch of
where?
regular people getting worried about canceled. Canceled from who the fuck are you?
Who are you?
Who are you that you're gonna get canceled? You're gonna miss millions of dollars? Are you
Yo,
really?
word.
Let the establishments worry about that bullshit, and then you can separate the people from the establishment.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It's like people be like, "Yo, don't you care about your musical career?" No, not more than I care about the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's real shit.
I could get a 9 to 5. That's nothing, man. I don't have a big ass ego where it's like I can't work a regular fucking job. What will people think? I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's
I
real
care
shit.
more about the truth in my old age, dog. Maybe once upon a time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I really don't.
That
man.
comes with maturity and shit. You know what I mean?
Right. I would really love if this, bro. Life is hard, man. I would really love this to be my last go around, dog. You know what I mean? Like I don't. Oh, bro. Like I don't wish shit on. You know what I mean? Like to imagine starting over. Not that we would even remember. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
bro, like at some point, don't you want to fucking just chill? You know what I'm saying? I want to know what source knows, dog. I want to feel the next level shit, man, or not. I don't know. Maybe it's just rest.
Or not.
Maybe it's just rest. I don't know. But as long as we're here for a reason, dog. And if we allow the establishments to separate us, you know what I'm saying, from God and each other,
And we lose.
we really just come on, dog. We're not even experiencing life, man.
Nah, that's the truth, yo.
I don't know, dog. I might be talking shit, and I hate to sound preachy, bro. I feel like maybe I'm dancing on the line of preachiness, but it's not what I'm trying to do, man.
Not at all. I hear you.
I'm not judging anybody, man. If you don't believe in what I'm saying, then cool, man. I'm not saying you're stupid if you don't believe in what I believe in. Nah, man. That's man.
Nah.
I'm just speaking what I know to be true.
That's
you know
real.
what I'm saying? My experiences and all of that. And how I feel.
That's why it's A1. That's why people rock.
And the reason we supposed to have these conversations is because your experience might teach me something that I'm like, okay, see, I had this all messed up. So I'm not, my ego's not too big to be like, I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? This is what I thought at the time. You know what I'm saying? So was I wrong or was I just uninformed?
Dog, that's a big point. I don't think people are...
Nobody wants to be wrong now.
Yeah, see, because you could change your mind.
Yes.
And that shit ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's called growth.
Two things can be right at the same time.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes. For
sure.
Yeah.
I say that a lot, actually, right? Two things can be true at the same time.
And that doesn't make them separate truths.
Nah.
That's the truth.
It's the truth.
The truth. You know what I'm saying? And the truth is, two things can be right at the same time, or whatever it was you said. How'd you say that?
Yeah. Two things can be correct at the same time.
You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I just said it's a fact.
And if your lived experience tells you that I'm full of shit, that's your lived experience, then I'm full of shit. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be like, how dare you say that I'm full of shit? Let me call the promoter and tell him not to hire you because you hurt my feelings.
No.
Bro, my feelings shouldn't matter to you. They really fucking shouldn't.
Tell
you know
him he's full of shit.
Over the truth.
Why you gonna tell the promoter I'm full of shit? Tell me I'm full of shit.
Tell me I'm full of shit. Yeah.
This feels like the first or second episode right now.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah. Tell me I'm full of shit.
Yo, that's fun. Yeah.
We back full circle, y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's fucking hilarious.
And it remains the same message, you know. It's like, yo, speak the truth and talk about it.
Yeah.
Cause we don't gotta agree and shit, but sometimes you may be able to change my mind.
Oh,
or
yo,
I may
imagine if before they call promoters and tell them to cancel me, imagine if they like, yo, what do you mean by this? And then we open up a conversation.
You've been enlightened. Then you would have been posting it on your shit, on your socials.
What you mean?
No, they would have been posting.
Oh yeah.
They would like it if just with a conversation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Cause but the ego and shit gets involved. It's like, oh, my feelings are hurt, but why? That's why when I posted, ask yourself why this bothers you. Right. And then when you figure that out, work on that.
Because that's the answer.
Work on that.
Yeah.
Right, but why? What about this triggered you? What about this pulled your so-called trigger? Yeah. And when you figure out why this angered you, work on that, man.
Yeah.
Because I didn't point a specific finger. You know what I'm saying?
That's real. Yeah, I'm with that.
Yeah.
I'm definitely with that.
Yeah.
That's the way it's supposed to be. Just pull apart, find what you...
I've had people say, I'm causing division. I'm like, to who? Where? Show me first the unity that I've broken up. Show me that. Where was the unity? We've been divided.
We asking the wrong question.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fact. Where is the unity that has been broken up?
Yeah. Where's the unity that's been broken up? And when you find that, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody, and the whole thing about unity does not mean that we agree on everything. That's a cult. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Unity is that we can have these conversations without wanting to kill each other, that we can agree to disagree and still have a good time and share a space.
That's a fact.
That's unity.
There's people that I don't agree. Bro, I walk away and say, man, that motherfucker's crazy.
Yeah.
That's all I say because it's not, it ain't that serious. That's how he feels. This is how I feel. This is not, I just be like, man, that shit's crazy.
Yeah. And you know how many conversations I've had with people that have a totally different view than me. I don't feel the need to try to change their mind. I'm telling you how I feel. You tell me how you feel. And I get a lived experience of why. I want to know why. Yo, what brought you to that conclusion? Let's have the conversation. I'm not going to shut you down and be like, oh, he's stupid. Don't talk to him. That's cult shit. Don't the Scientologists, once you leave Scientology or go against it, they
go at
excommunicate you.
Yeah.
No, they tell your family if they're in Scientology, you can't speak to your father no more. You got to divorce your husband. And if you, that's cult shit, man.
It is, bro.
If you disagree with me, feel free to disagree. We can agree to disagree in peace.
We can agree to. Wait, why I just messed that?
Yeah, we can agree to disagree.
We can agree
in
to
peace.
disagree.
I said that in that song. You know what I'm saying? All of these things have come out in music. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Amanda, what up? I see you.
Yeah.
See you on the check-in. What's up, boo thing? You right. That's how I forgot what we were saying now. I started
We
reading
can
the chat.
agree to disagree.
We can
in
agree
peace,
to
man.
disagree in peace.
Unity is not agreement in everything, man.
What's that song? Why don't?
Nah, that was Can We Talk?
Can agree. Yeah.
Can
What?
we talk for a moment? Can we speak for a few?
Ooh, I love that one.
We can agree to disagree in peace. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to kill each other. We don't have to destroy the mother.
Right.
We can live in harmony. That's all I seek.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? And harmony. You know what harmony is? Like when you play a harmonic note, like a chord. Those are different notes blending together. It's not the same note. That's an octave.
They blend together.
They blend together.
Exactly. Yep.
So we're not supposed to all have the same voice. You know what I'm saying? To
Wow,
be
that's
able to
a
be
good-
united. A fucking melodic chord are different notes playing at the same time.
This is great shit, right?
This is
here.
what I'm
You don't
saying.
even. I don't even have
Music
to
is
say
powerful.
that in this
Music
episode.
is powerful, bro.
Yo.
Music is powerful, and my lessons come in music, man. So I
Nailed that.
share my experiences through music. But the people that don't want to hear the truth, or that don't have their own mind to decipher, or own eyes to see, will be like, nah, he's causing division. I don't like that. No, I play in octaves only. It's like, all right, cool. There's still two different voices.
That's your way.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? You can't have harmony with one voice. That's
that's a
not
fact.
harmony.
That's
You can have a melody.
super fact, yo.
But that's not, you won't have harmony with one voice, man. And the
Nah.
best harmonies have such different voices put together, man. So come on, different notes, man.
That's a fact. We're gonna show y'all what harmonies are this week when we come out.
We're gonna be like, ooh.
Chew up, shoo-be-doo. We coming
that's
out with the
hilarious.
joint. We can't even do those.
Yeah.
We can't sing good songs.
Copyright strike. We gotta make original shit. Yo,
We gotta make original shit. That's
so
it.
you know how I'll be on some fuck AI shit. I showed you that.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Dog,
Y'all gotta
man.
hear Mikey's AI song.
That shit, bro. It's fucking hilarious. I hate AI because even when I did it, I just fed it lyrics, right? And then I fed it. I prompted.
Speak the truth, bro.
Yeah, facts. Everybody should. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The truth, not your truth.
The
truth. You know what I'm
Emphasis
saying?
on the.
Yeah.
You
But
know?
going back to that AI thing, so I fed it some lyrics. I fed the genre that I wanted it to be. You know what I'm saying? And then it spit out the funniest country song. You know what I'm saying? And it's scary how human it sounds. Because before you could tell the vocals were AI.
Yeah.
Version 4 of this particular thing that I'm not gonna promote because fuck that. And the music was so I'm like, bro, that's scary how good this song is.
That's real shit.
Like, be very careful, man, because you're gonna eliminate humanity, man, from the arts and stuff, man.
I like that.
But it still needed a
You're right.
human, you know what I'm saying? It still needed me to put the, you know what I mean?
the touch, you got it. But
Yeah,
it's
you
not.
got. I fed it all the lyrics.
Yeah.
But the shit came up with the melody. It came up with the music. Had solos in the music.
That is crazy. I heard it. I didn't. It's
crazy.
I
We
wasn't
laughed.
sure if we liked or not liked.
I like
I
the
was
humor.
scary,
in it.
right?
It was
It's
scary.
like
Sounded
damn.
too human. It sounded like it
Right.
had emotion the way it sang it.
I'm like, who did that? What is the template? Whose voice is this? Who- like, this is not just some computer voice. It's not. You've got mail. This is.
It don't
somebody.
sound like that anymore,
It's
right?
a somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where
I think
these
it just
voices
figured
in-
out what is it? You know what I'm saying? Like the frequencies and stuff. Cause the same way Pharaoh, what's his name? The
Monch.
comedian. Not Pharaoh Monch. Jay Farrow.
Yeah,
The same way Jay Farrow can do Jay-Z, where if you close your eyes, you think it's Jay-Z.
Like,
Will
wow.
Smith, Denzel. He has their frequency. Jamie Foxx calls it the DNA. You got the DNA of them. You know what I'm saying? So when they do those
That's
impressions
crazy.
and you
Jamie's
close your
good
eyes,
at
yeah.
certain one, yeah.
So the same way that they can do that, figure out the frequencies and the octaves and everything that everybody carries, because we all carry a, you know what I'm saying? If you could
That's a
figure
good
that out.
point. Yo, your mom got a good point.
What
right
is it?
there.
What is
They've
it?
already done it with photography. I
Yes.
used to spend up to 6 hours to get my photos emote. That's the word.
Now everything is a fucking filter, or
And-
this or that. This AI will fucking take the contrast and get it right, just right.
We were talking about it with
exposure, all of this.
with the phone. We shooting on the phone. You're like, I can't believe this shoots like this.
not-
Do you know how much you have to know?
I told
and how
you.
good you have to be
Your
to do
settings,
this?
you
That's
had
a
to
good
do the
point.
lens you had to have and everything to get that look on a DSLR, bro.
Wow.
And now
that's
it's just pointing the phone. You know what I mean?
simple as that, right? And switching a mode, maybe. or
That's
something.
why. That's why people don't value photographers anymore. They always, oh man, I can do this on my phone. Then go do it on your phone.
Yeah,
You understand? You can't ask somebody to do some work for you and then be like, oh, and then you're devaluing it because AI can do it. That's what I'm saying. They're killing humanity. They're killing the arts.
Yep.
Before you know it, what? You know what I'm saying?
Humans against humanity.
Yeah.
The irony, right?
Right. And then here's the crazy shit. Before, you would document with photography, and I was like, bro, look at this. Look at the horrible
And the
thing that's
money I
going
spent
on in
on
World
gear.
War II. Look at the horrible shits that go on in Vietnam. Look at the now you don't know if it's real or not.
That's a fact, yo.
So it's a dangerous game. We've already eliminated. Before it was like, no, don't believe it unless you see it. Then it was like, okay, fuck pictures because of Photoshop. If it ain't video,
and now the deep fakes and
the deep fakes
and they get
everything,
better
bro.
and better.
They're getting better and better. Before it was like, oh, you could spot it through the hands. You can't anymore. That's what
But
Bam.
you can even spot it through the like when they were talking, like you knew, but they're getting. I could still kind of tell, but
you can't tell when you hear that song.
it's some choppy shit. No, but I mean, like
That song
when
was
somebody's in
flawless.
video, like
Yeah.
So they're not there yet. But it's getting there, and it's getting there at a rapid pace. So we're
You know-
like, we definitely gonna be in Skynet, Judgment Day, T-1000 in like the next 5 to 7 years.
Yeah.
Think about that.
We
Like, I'm
might
talking
have, we
about-
might have already went through that, and we've been in the
and we
Matrix for the
plugged
past
in
50
now.
years. Yeah.
I
Because
like-
the way they manipulate and everything is like that's Matrixy. That's beyond Skynet.
Yeah.
We might have already went through them.
We passed
them
Judgment
wars.
Day.
Yeah,
We in
we
the-
passed Judgment Day, and we in the Matrix now, dog. All
I
of
don't
us
know.
are
You
plugged
think
into a
that?
pod
I don't
somewhere.
think. I think
Yeah.
it was still
Nah.
nah.
Think about it, bro.
serious.
Think about it.
Yeah. Now they make pictures hug.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. I never liked that anyway. When they was like, take your loved ones that passed away and make a move. That's ill,
Yeah,
bro.
that
Like I
is
don't want to see a
mad
picture of my
weird,
grandfather winking at me. I'm sorry. I love my grandfather, but I got up here.
Yeah.
Everything I got here. Everything he left for me.
And we supposed to carry it there.
Right. That's because people like to emotionally torture themselves. I don't want to see my dead relatives winking at me
Yeah,
and
that's a
waving
fact.
at me and shit. Like that's eerie.
That's
That's
a
demonic almost. You know what I'm saying? Let that person rest in peace, man.
That was a good point. I know people that are sad on the same day every single year, and it could be 15, 20 years.
Yo, the
and they'll
moment-
take those moments though to drink and get belligerent, outrageous, and be like, nah, because
As an excuse.
My sister died this day 20 years ago. Like that shit don't give you the
Yo,
excuse to be no
the moment
knucklehead.
Henny died, he took his last breath. Me, Briss, Nico, and my lady was in the room. We all broke down. Within 15 minutes, we were telling stories
Yeah.
of our
Wow.
experiences with Henry. We were laughing and rejoicing.
Right.
I looked at him. He looked at peace more than ever, more than I've seen him, because he was suffering for years.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? I have my moments where I get that sad emotion, but I always think of some funny shit. Because he'd be laughing at me for crying over him,
That's
dog,
real.
right now.
Yeah, that's
So
real.
I always snap out of that when I think of his personality and how he was.
Yeah, you like, oh,
I
he
could
good.
easily be like, oh, this is the day my man died. Get the fuck away from me. Let me get that blood and
Yep,
that beer. And
yep.
da-da-da.
That's
like,
how
no, dog. I
And people
can't,
do
man.
that a lot. So
We're supposed to live for them, not trap ourselves in the box of the moment they left.
Right, yo, right.
Because when they leave, that means the work is done. Their work is done.
That was that part. You gotta live in the memories,
Yeah,
though.
right.
And as long as you do that, that's how I do it. Like,
And sometimes
there's
that's
plenty
easier
people
said than done. You know
that
what
I
mean? ain't gonna
love.
lie.
I mean that I love. Like, you know what I'm saying? And memories cross, and it's a smile. Like I'm dry. Sometimes maybe I'll, shed a tip, but
Yeah.
it's like always, it's happy thoughts. It's like, man, like what a life. Like these experiences, for me, that's what it is. I know
to me, when the tears come up for certain things is when I'm sharing a story with somebody, maybe, and I'm in that moment and I get that emotion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't mean be cold and emotionless. Just
Sometimes
don't
for
let
me
it.
it happens dolo,
Yeah.
but like my tear will be like shit. It just happened the other day driving. It's a certain song that comes on. I'm like, damn man. Like I remember these times, and then I start to thinking like, and I hear, and they, I mean, like
emotion is a powerful
they're
thing.
dropping, like the friends are really dropping fast. And like now, like it's crazy. So then I may shed a tear, like, wow, man, to have to bear all emotion. And I can only imagine getting older and older and older, and everybody, you know what I mean? That's what I started to think. So I'm
that's
like,
why I feel blessed that I was able for the past 8 years to put all of these things into music. Because that'll live on, you know what I'm saying? That can live on,
yo,
you know.
all the
Hopefully
time.
people will cover these songs even eventually. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah, that's a fact.
But to be able to release that into the world and let go of some of the things that weighed me down has been a blessing. Music is very powerful, man. Art is.
definitely.
And that's why I'm so against AI, man. Because the AI generated shit has no emotion behind it.
Who decided to do this? This is so crazy. I hate.
Yeah.
Damn,
The
yo,
Matrix,
it's so
man.
bad, yo. I really, really don't like that shit.
Yeah.
I don't talk to them phones. I don't ask it questions. It's like, and what am I gonna stop? But I don't know. I just feel like
Yeah.
there gotta be other people out here thinking like me.
Everybody wants the shortcut too. You know, it's like I remember when my mom started doing the family tree thing and how much work went into that, and then hitting walls and then having to reach out to people to find out these answers to then get past that wall and go further in, when so many people just want to spit in a cup. And it's like, oh, okay, I'm this and this and that. But,
Yeah, word.
bro, we looked at slave papers, bro.
Yeah, y'all did the real
From
research.
relatives, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's
serious.
crazy. You spit in a vial, now they just got your DNA somewhere in some bank somewhere, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you like, thanks.
I mean, not that they don't have all of our shit. Who the fuck knows? But just
Damn.
don't always look for the shortcut, man.
Yo, I gotta shout out my dog. Just saw a comment. Big shout out to Flash Garments. We were talking about him just yesterday, actually. Garments.
Yeah.
Hey man, he got new music out. Y'all go check him out. He got a brand new joint with him in Terminology. It just dropped today. It's called Soul Caliber. Check him out. Let me know what y'all thinking. How y'all feeling, man? We go back forever. I was thinking about relationships
that's
that
crazy,
we've built and stuff like that in this game. Yo, homie, I really see you, little bro. I see where you at. You really matched and exceeded expectations. So keep your foot on the gas. Don't let nothing shake you and break you. You know what it is, bro. For real, man.
Word. And that's for real. Cause I ain't seen homie since he was a
Kid,
little
right?
dog. And
Shout out to Scott. Yo, Scott,
Yo,
what up, my
up,
brother?
Scott?
Love, you know what I'm saying?
when you told me everything he accomplished, I'm like, bro, that's inspiring, man. That's
doing
what
a
I
lot.
mean. You can be inspired by younger people, man. You don't just gotta look to older folks to inspire you,
Right,
bro.
right.
And it was proof that you put in work and follow what you believe in, man. You're gonna go far, man. You'll go far.
Right, yo.
You go
He's
far.
definitely he was a sponge, you know what I mean? He absorbs this
Right.
stuff and puts it out. I
Yeah.
remember, I think maybe the last show that I did, he was at the show, front row. I'm like, damn, bro, it's so good to see you. This is years ago.
Yeah.
He's like, you know I wasn't gonna miss this. I'm a student to lyricist. And I'm like, yo, he's always been a sponge though.
Yeah.
So I do expect him to go, you know what I'm saying? Like it's something where you see, like, I'm not surprised, man. You know what I'm saying? But I am proud, man. You gotta
And then you know the crazy thing, man, a sponge ain't shit if all it does is soak up. Eventually it can't
you
soak up
gotta
no
wring
more.
out.
Gotta wring out, man, and that's putting it back out. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
what I see him
action.
doing at this
right,
moment.
Right,
It's wringing
Taking
out
it
the
in.
sponge.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
And he's
he-
gonna inspire and teach other people by just doing what he's doing. If people are watching, because there's people like him that
Right,
he's
right,
a
right.
sponge to everything. You know what I'm
Shout
saying?
out to all of them. If y'all wrestling fans, like they have a league that they started. Shout out to West Side Guns. Shout out to Fourth Rope. And they're really taking shit by storm, shaking the building up. It's rare that, not rare, it's probably unheard of, unprecedented for hip hop people to be inside of sports entertainment.
Yeah, people always
And
want them to
the
make
ownership.
liquor companies and
Right,
and
right,
shit
right.
like
and
that.
promote the bullshit. But like in reality, the things that they're doing over there is amazing, man. I can't wait to see like, you know, what happens when this thing blossoms like that, man.
Yeah.
So shout out to all of them. But most important, Garments, you know what it is, my brother. When you get time and you want to sit down on the green room, hit me. We in the building. Meantime, go check out his music. Straight up.
So on this day, in May 9th, 2016, this is the Florida man.
A Florida man.
Right.
On this day, in what year?
2016.
Uh-oh.
A Florida man who tossed the alligator through a drive-through window was ordered to stay away from Wendy's. Yeah.
Wait, see.
Yo, I'm telling you, man, go on your birthday or any day and just type in a Florida man. And there's always, you know,
Is
Florida
there more
man.
to it? Is that
I'm sure, but
What was the headline? Say that
the
again.
headline is a Florida man who tossed the alligator through a drive-through window was ordered to stay away from Wendy's.
Oh, and
by
that's
the
all that
judge.
happened? He just got to stay away from Wendy's?
He has to stay away from
He
Wendy's.
threw an alligator at you. Like,
He
what
could-
happened to
He
him?
could go to McDonald's, Checkers, anywhere else. Just stay away from Wendy's. I mean, that's all y'all get is the headline, yo.
Yo, for real. That's wild, man.
A Florida man, dog. And it's funny because it's like we were saying now, I am the Florida man.
I worked
Yeah.
hard to get my picks to get an emotional reaction from people. Damn, man, that's
Yeah.
real, yo. Fuck
Yeah.
AI. And most importantly, fuck Bill Gates. I gotta start saying that without cursing. I'm saying, forget. That sounds crazy
Bill
to me.
Gates, man.
I gotta find another word. Don't worry, I'm working on it. I'm gonna figure out a word that sounds just as impactful.
I don't know, man. There's nothing like the F-bomb that's gonna
Man,
sound.
bump them.
No, it doesn't work.
Bump them.
You almost got to pause that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's crazy
Yeah.
how you know what I mean?
Off that ish. Nah, I would say, which one is the rant button, bro? I'm gonna
The
tell them how I
rant is
really feel.
right here, dog.
Because I swear, the train is coming. You're like, what?
Train is
Yeah, all
coming.
right. All right.
Yo, that's crazy. It's about that time, man. We over the hour.
Man, that's what's up, man. I really appreciate y'all for rocking out with us. Jaime, que lo que, papi? What we doing this week, bro? We gonna run and hit the track?
Well,
No gym for Jaime. But, you know what I'm saying? We about to, you know what I'm saying? We about to keep on getting strong.
It's
on
leg
you,
day today. I'm gonna clear this up, and I'm hitting the gym
Leg day.
with wifey. It is leg day, bro. I do not skip leg day. I used to hate it.
fact.
I'm
Yeah,
in love
yeah.
with leg day now. Yo, that's crazy, man.
Yo, what? Addicted to fitness.
Yo,
We here now.
yeah.
month away from big show.
A
Yes,
month
sir.
away, man. I wanted you to call Joe, bro.
Man,
But maybe next week.
yeah.
We'll get Pyro Joe on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're
we'll
like
have
20
a good conversation on the phone.
26, 25 days away.
That's it. It's coming, yo. Pause.
Get your tickets for Pyro, man. Go
get
to
your tickets.
musicfestivaljunkie.com. Musicfestivaljunkie.com.
Right.
Tell them Brother Mikey sent you.
And also get your tickets for.
Frequency One, that's in July. Go to
You know what I'm saying?
frequency1fest.com for the
Yeah.
tickets there.
Right. And also get your tickets for. What's that one?
Magic Flower Farm in August.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll have that link up next time. Or check the socials.
And catch us at IPD in
Yes.
October. You know what I'm saying?
New
Indigenous
York,
People
yeah.
Day in New York, Randall's Island.
Randall's Island.
I just had a conversation with a homegirl that I know for a while. Had no idea that her peoples was from Harlem. Her parents was this, that, and the
Really?
other. She posted a video of El Maestro Giovanni on the conga. And I'm like, what you know about him? Well, I did this, that, the other. I used to ride bike on Randall's Island. I said, that's crazy.
Wow.
But that was neither here nor there. Just fun old New York stories.
Yeah, for that one, just show up. There's no tickets. That's a free event. They do accept donations that go to a lot of the, indigenous movements and things like that. Check out
right.
Red Rum MC, Red Hawk Council and stuff. You'll see, what they support and what they, the work that they put in and stuff all across
big up
Turtle
to
Island.
y'all.
Yeah, big up to Red Rum.
Right,
You know what I
right,
mean? So
right.
that's a free event at Randall's Island. It's on the calendar is gonna say Columbus Day. If you got a good calendar, it'll say Indigenous
But we
Peoples Day
know it's
right on it.
Indigenous people.
Yeah.
That actually, I've been seeing most of the
I
calendars
see
say
it.
that
I
now.
see it. That's what I said. If you got a good calendar, it'll say Indigenous Peoples Day on it.
Right,
And
right.
that's a 2-day event. The second day, the earlier you get there, the better.
Right.
I think camping is available. and stuff, because they do that sunrise ceremony
Right,
on day
yeah,
2
yeah.
on the actual indigenous people's
That's
day.
right by the what is it? The East Harlem River. Yeah.
Right by the Harlem River. And it's a beautiful, beautiful day of ceremony, that second day. The first day, you got a lot of indigenous speakers and tribes from all over Turtle Island that come and share. You know what I'm saying? And then the music starts at a certain time.
Yeah,
A lot
very
of
good
talented
artists,
musicians,
a lot
yeah.
of talented people there for sure.
Yeah.
Vendors, food lines, very
Make
long.
the food lines early, man.
Prepared to bring your
Yeah.
chair.
Make the food line before you get hungry. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. I'll just wait here till I get hungry because it's gonna
No.
be a minute. You know what I
No.
mean? No. Make sure you follow us on the socials. I am at Pan Con Queso. That's PAN_CON_QUESO. You are at
Brother Mikey Music. That's brother_Mikey_music. There's no C in Mikey. That's Mickey. Just letting y'all know. MIKEY, not MICKEY.
Right. And more importantly, make sure you follow the BMB Greenroom page at BMB Greenroom. And we will see you here next Friday, 11-ish. And wherever you catch podcasts, that is Spotify, that's Apple Podcasts, that's iHeartRadio, that's YouTube right here, family.
Amazon.
And Amazon also. Come check us out where we at. Until then, yo, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Peace and love. You heard?
Promise tomorrow. It's a tough road to follow. And everybody want the medicine's the truth, but it's a tough pill to swallow. We ain't promised tomorrow. And it's a tough road to follow. And everybody want the medicine's the truth, but it's a tough pill to swallow. We ain't promised tomorrow. And it's a tough road to follow. And everybody want the medicine's the truth, but it's a tough pill to swallow. We ain't promised tomorrow, and it's a tough road to follow. And everybody want the medicine's the truth, but it's a tough pill to swallow.
We on the way to the studio.